Hello, and welcome back to Atomfall. We'll be continuing on where we left off today, when the button on resume decides to work there. Wasn't highlighting resume for some reason. Anyway, we'll get straight in. We had just finished in medical, and we were ready to go back. We have a full inventory, and probably want to get a few things sold. I think we were gonna, because we've got a full, and I mean a full inventory. Right? As in, oh god, we have no inventory slots and no stash slots left. Like, we need to finish the game yesterday. But yeah, we're gonna see if we can trade for some ammo. In fact, there was I'm gonna say a staircase, and no, a ladder over here, isn't there? Right. Hopefully, this is it. Ooh, and we've got quite a few herbs here. We want to be careful too. There's leeches in these waters here. Right. There's Mollet.
Hello again.
Right. Okay. She has got some shotgun rounds, but not very many. We can probably give her some painkillers. Okay, the painkillers might be a bit much. She's willing to give us a hell of a lot for those. Probably too much. Mind you, if we gave her
Ooh, now that's nice.
Yeah, pretty much anything we give her is way too much for these. I know.
Really?
Bandage. And...
Oh, don't see many of those.
Sure. Let's go with that.
Want to trade again? You know where to find me. You need anything, Molly will be here.
They really need to restock more often, don't they? Right. We're going to... Probably at this point, I think I'm going to drop a save as we get into Windham here.
Attention! Windham Village is under the authority of the quarantine.
Right.
Citizens of Windham, acts of insubordination or disrespect against the soldiers protecting you here are in...
Okay. I think I'm going to, put a final kind of last save there, just as a bit of the... Well, basically, if I want to experience like other endings or whatever, I can come back to there. Essentially, can't I? I can always do that. Still no phone calls. Maybe we've gone sane. Who knows? Maybe we've cured ourselves of the madness. Right. We'll go and talk to Holder. Right. And we have... where was he now? I think it's back this way, isn't it? Yeah. This looks right.
Time is of the
Okay.
essence. With any luck, Sample 1 will still be hidden away in the medical facility.
I found
You
it.
found the sample? But this is wonderful. For the first time in years, there's hope. A true, viable hope.
Let's see. What are those creatures
Those
down
used
there?
to be some of the finest minds in the country. Country be damned in the world. My colleagues, trapped there when the laboratory was sealed. Now I need to get to work on this sample. This alien muck has vulnerabilities, but taking advantage of them is difficult. But I can see you're curious and you've earned some answers, should you want them. Is there anything that you want to know?
Let's see. Oberon.
It's an official secret, for all the weight that carries now. Oberon is the code name for the meteorite they found buried here. It was uncovered just after the war, during the evacuation of new slate mine workings. That discovery was the reason they built this whole circus here. I dearly wish it had remained undisturbed. The rock itself contained remarkable minerals, instrumental in the creation of the atomic batteries, and all the other marvels you've no doubt already encountered. But they drilled too deep into Oberon. And, at its core, discovered organic matter. That was Sample 1. A team of biologists, myself included, were assigned to analyze it. But the Oberon investigative team drilled too deep. There was some sort of violent and highly energetic feedback that collapsed part of the plant and triggered the quarantine. That was in 1957.
What exactly is the growth you discovered?
It is abominable. Plainly extraterrestrial, voracious and implacable. At first, the top brass was excited by the potential it showed. In small doses, it seemed to accelerate our ability to learn to a remarkable degree. Your mind expanded. As if you had a connection to lost knowledge that you had somehow forgotten and were simply rediscovering it. But then, some of us started to change. We barely had time to start coming to terms with it. The explosion at the Oberon site came just days later. The quarantine was declared, and they trapped us in the lab. They left us for dead. Our own colleagues.
Okay, and how did you end up here?
You mean, why am I still trapped in the medical section? We didn't know it at the time, but there was a breach towards the back of the lab. Thanks to my experimental inoculation, I was able to resist the infection, to keep my own personality and intellect intact. I escaped through the tunnels under the lab. The only place I could think of to hide was there. When it seemed there was more to this growth than the BARD top brass wanted to admit, some of my colleagues and I decided to set up a very unofficial lab. This is it. It was hard work carting all this gear undetected, but we managed it. The vicar agreed to let us use the crypt for storage years ago, before the disaster. We made a small donation. To the church, you understand. And he didn't ask any questions after that. Now, I need to get to work on turning this sample active but toxic. A biological time bomb, if you will.
Right, will this help us escape?
You really want to get out of here, don't you? I can't say I blame you. In the meantime, there's something else you may be able to help me with. In return, I can assure you a route out of here. That's the deal.
What do you mean?
Sometimes, at night, I go up to the church tower and listen to the sentries chatting down below. I've heard some chatter that suggests my old colleague, Dr. Garrow, came back into the zone. I hear that Garrow somehow escaped from the soldiers' prison. That was your doing, I presume. Please tell me where she is. I very much need to see her. It's vitally important.
What exactly is this Dr. Garrow? I mean, we kind of know. She's the head of
She and I worked
robotics.
on the Oberon project. Garrow's a cyberneticist. That's the science of control, if you're unfamiliar with the term. She was over on the technological end of things, leading the development of the robots. A very brilliant woman, and obsessively devoted to her work above all else. When the quarantine was declared, well, she got out, and we didn't. I never thought I'd have the chance to see her again. But it seems she couldn't leave well enough alone and just had to come back. It's vital I see her about something before we can leave.
I think I know what he's probably going to do here. But she is hostile to me at this point. So,
Of course. I might have known. I'll finish my work here, and then make my way to her.
it's like, would you like a gun while you go to visit her? You should go and show her my new pristine condition Auto 5. I'm sure she'd be just enamoured to see that. I'll even lend you these shells that I just bought. I don't know. Well, at least it's not us doing it. Right.
Citizens of Wyndham, there has been an increase in outdoor activity on S.T.A.L.K.E.R.
Next we have...
Avoid S.T.A.L.K.E.R until the area is
Let's
once
see.
again declared safe.
We have Sims next. Where is he? Here we are.
We desperately need that radio.
Here's your missing radio part.
Splendid work. I cannot communicate how pleasant it is to be dealing with somebody competent for a change. You have no idea what it's like around here, and I envy you that ignorance.
Right. Happy to see if, help. I'm happy to help if it helps people of the zone. Operation Atomfall.
Ah! Atomfall is, well, it's a necessary evil. This zone is under total quarantine and can never be left insecure. If the quarantine is ever to be lifted, attempts to have cleared the zone internally have proved ineffectual. I regret to say, the zone itself must be sterilized. Those are my orders. Those are terms of the quarantine protocol. It's beastly, but my hands are tied. Finally,
yeah, we're turning
we
it
may
into a
turn
crater.
our attention to extraction. You'll no doubt want to know what the extraction plan is. Well, to be blunt, it's you. My men reported the doors to the interchange are open again after 5 years of fruitless attempts to gain entry. And this small miracle just happens to coincide with your appearance, as if from nowhere. I had a suspicion that you might turn up something useful, or die in the attempt. Thus, I was happy to give you your head and let you pry and scratch while I waited. Now we can see the path, and we can escape this trap, you and I.
You expected me to show you the way. Not under your command, I can't leave without you. Enough, tell me how do we get out of here? Let's go with that
You can
one.
reach Windscale via the interchange. Once you reach that wretched place, you must destroy the core of the corruption that has blighted the zone. Blow it to kingdom come. Whatever the scientists found, whatever this Oberon is, destroy it.
Right. And then we'll be able to
If
escape.
you destroy Oberon, I'll wager the interference field will die with it. All we need to do then is call for extraction. As simple as hailing a taxi. Come to me once it's done, and I will guarantee your safety in the chaos that will surely ensue. Be in no doubt. Things are likely to heat up out here the moment you destroy it. Make sure you're ready.
Right. Okay. We have to wait on Holder to be done. But then we should be able to just basically walk out of here while twirling a cane. Right. Let's see. Where is the exit? There it is. This should go to S.T.A.L.K.E.R. So we'll see if we can get some ammo from the guy in here. See if we can trade that stuff I've got. Right. And then, once we've done this, we just want to, yeah, like I said, we'll go check on Holder, see what he's up to. But I think we know what he'll be up to. And then we just need to finish off. It looks like we're going to try and contain Oberon with Holder. Kind of like kill it chemically without nuking the place, whereas it looks like with Sims we'll just turn the place into a crater.
Had a chain customer. Care to see me?
Right, let's trade. What has he got? Okay, we've got some stuff. And for that, we'll give him, I don't know, a pack of painkillers. Oh, okay, that's apparently amazing. Maybe a single Molotov? Okay, that's still really good, apparently. Can I get a frag for that? Really? I would think that you'd be able to swap a Molotov for a frag. But no, I know you can swap a Molotov for a frag and some ammo. Okay. Weird. I guess we'll do that then. Weirdly enough.
That's everything, yeah? See you around, chum.
Does make me wonder if what they're doing is they're just getting these Molotovs off me, pulling the rag out from the Molotov, and then just drinking the booze. Maybe that's why they're worth so much. You know, just go, ah, yes, lovely, whiskey. And a bit of vodka or whatever, you know. Whatever though, we'll head back through. Has our investigation been changed here? So, Jacob, Holder, and Sims. It's gone. I told him that Gar's in the interchange. He says he plans to go and talk to him. That I should meet him in the interchange afterwards. Okay. So we've got a choice. We can either make Oberon grow by feeding it the weird, the substance that the druids have basically told us to go fetch, that like catalyst thing. Not catalyst, stimulant, wasn't it? That's what it's called.
are still off
we
limits.
could
If you need to
take a piece of it for study and give that to Tanner, or we can go with Sim's option and just well, we can go with Holder's option and basically sterilize the thing, chemically kill it, which should save this place, I guess. Or we can go to yeah, Sims and just turn the place into a crater and be like, yeah, let's just make sure that it's definitely dead, and we're done. Because I mean, I guess Sims doesn't need to nuke the place. If they get rid of Oberon, they theoretically then could evacuate this place, get everyone out who's not infected, and then nuke the place. Right.
Not sure I like the look of you.
So we'll head over to the interchange, because all roads are leading there.
You are leaving Windows, and the quarantine protocol is no longer responsible for your safety. The area
Right.
is known to contain outlaws, lunatics, and monstrosities.
I'm half tempted to see if I can stop by this way at the bandit camp and just see if I can like shoot some bandits in the hopes that I'll get more ammo out of it than I'll spend on killing them. I'm very tempted by this idea, I really am. Have they respawned? Because my main worry going through this is that we're going to have to fight a load of enemies, I think. I would kind of expect so, with it being this close to the end. And yeah, we're kind of... I'm looking at the ammo at the top. We're nearly completely out of rifle ammo, nearly completely out of arrows. We've got a few shotgun rounds, but not all that many. SMG is decent, but that's going to be used in automatic weapons. That will just... it'll go like nobody's business. Yeah, you can see a few of them there. Right. Right, let's see if we can punch a few holes in them, shall we? Right. Right, when they come through the entrance here, throw the grenade in. Aim. Got him. Then we finish them off. Take out at least 5 enemies in one explosion. Achievement. Lovely. Well. Okay, we get some pistol ammo, we get some glass. I mean, not bad. We get shotgun ammo, that's what we want. We get some bread and a Cornish pasty. Shotgun ammo here. And not a whole lot there. That kind of sucks. Barely anything on them. Oh, it sounds like someone's maybe noticed us. Well, I got a couple rounds. And we should be able to retrieve that. Hey, we get some rifle ammo. Right. Not a lot, but in exchange for a grenade, you know, it's every little helps and all that, eh? So we're now up to 14 rifle rounds. Oh, could we not retrieve that bow from him? Not bow, arrow. What am I on about? Guess we didn't get to retrieve the arrow unless I just missed it or something, but... Right, I guess we'll assign this to that shortcut. But we do now have some ammo for this. So we'll mostly be reliant on our 1911 for all this, won't we? It looks like. We'll pop down a save here. Before we head through. How much room have I got here? Not a whole lot. What am I going to need for the finish? Yeah. Let's try a med kit and take some extra bombs, I guess. That'll probably do. I mean, I don't want to fully fill my inventory in case, you know, he might give us an objective item and there might be things we find along the way we want to pick up, so...
Hello, is somebody in here? Good lord, I can hardly believe it. Alan Holder. Alive and kicking. After all these years. If there's one thing I admired about you, it was your persistence. Are you just gonna stand there? What is it you want?
Well, that's that done, I guess.
My apologies. I'm very sorry that you had to be here for that.
Oh.
I know what you must be thinking, but Garrow is not innocent in this. She doomed the whole project with her recklessness. And when the chickens came home to roost, she trapped us and saved her own neck. She left us to die as if we were an embarrassment. Witness to the horror created by her hubris. Somebody had to do this, and I'm the last one left.
The weird, like, head swaying thing as if he's going mental at this point. He's kind of undermining all this, but sure. I'm suggesting she was responsible for the disaster. I just want an escape. What went on between you isn't my business. Sure.
I appreciate your pragmatism. For whatever it's worth, this wasn't purely revenge. Although I admit there was an element of that. Whatever Garrow intended, why ever she came back into the quarantine zone, I guarantee the only one to profit from it would have been her. And to what cost to others we can only guess. We must turn our attention to what lies in front of us. To be back in this place is the last thing I was expecting. It's monumentous. It's a miracle. Now finally we can finish all this. The last step is simple. I have the sample, now laced with my toxin. You'll need to find a way to spread it to the source of the growth, into Oberon itself. It must go in at the root to poison the whole organism. Using the poison sample is the only way we can be sure of killing Oberon. We have to be sure. Do you understand? We have to be certain.
Okay. What can I expect from the
There
Oberon
was
site?
plenty of equipment set up to analyze and mine the oberite from the
Oh, he's gone back
meteorite
to normal.
shell. Some of that gear might still function and
And
provide
now
a
he's
way to
gone
place
weaker.
the toxin at the core.
Okay,
Excellent.
I'll do it.
Here, take this sample. Take the poison sample to the Oberon site. Restoring power to the interchange will gain you access to the Windscale plant and Oberon. But once you use the toxic sample, things will get hot out here quickly. We'll need to escape as soon as is humanly possible. If you have anything else to attend within the zone, I suggest you do that before then.
Right.
Activating central processor. Please stand back.
Oh.
Access granted to Oberon.
Here we go. All the weird growth crap going on below. And off to Oberon we go. The Windscale plant. Right. I think we'll call that an episode here, and next time it looks like we're probably at the end of the line here. I'll see you then.